Hello neurons. In this lecture, we are going to build our one machine learning model in just a few minutes. We are going to build a one spam email classifier, which can detect a email as a spam or not spam. What is meant by a spam? Spam means the false email that scam a people. So we are going to detect which kind of email or what are the possibilities of email to be a spam or not spam, which is also a ham. So without wasting our time, let's jump to our project. So we are going to develop our model in a Google Colab notebook.
So we will start with importing some libraries. For reading our dataset, we will use pandas, and for developing and training our model, we will use sklearn. So import pandas as PD, and from sklearn.model selection, import train and test split. We will use this library for splitting our dataset into a two half, which is training and test split. And here we will going to use a nav bias algorithm. For that we will import nav bias from sklearn. Here is the main point. So our dataset is in a text form, but the machine cannot understand the text. So we have to convert our text into some numbers, or we can say vectors. For that we will use TF-IDF vectorizer, and last we will measure the accuracy of our model, so that we will import accuracy score and classification report. So dataset is one of the most important thing that required while developing any machine learning model. So I am using a email spam dataset. I have downloaded this dataset from Kaggle website. Kaggle is nothing but the open source platform where you find huge amount of data in various categories. So what you have to do, go to the Kaggle website, search for spam email dataset, and apply a 90 days filter so that you can receive only the recent data, and you will get the numbers of dataset. Simply download one of them what you think is more suitable for your model or more effective. Let's check the dataset. For that we will write data.head. Here, after executing this code, you will by default get a 5 rows, and if you want to see more rows, you have to just mention the number inside that bracket. Now we are going to check the shape of our dataset, means how many rows and column our dataset consists of. So we will write this line, and after executing this line you will get there is a 320 rows and 2 columns of email and labels and 330 rows. So now we are going to check how many rows of ham and spam exist in a label column. So for that we will use a value count function. Here in total spam consists of 169 rows and ham, also mean not spam, consists of 151 rows. Let's check is there any missing value in a row. For that we will use his null function. As you can see there is no null value, so we will skip the filling the null value part. So there is no requirement of filling the null values. As I said, machine didn't understand your text data. For that we will convert our two columns into a numbers. Firstly we will convert our labels into a binary. Why we are using binary? So there is only two words that we have, and it is a classification algorithm. We will categorize the ham and spam email. For that we will use 0 for ham and 1 for spam. Here you can see the ham is replaced by 0 and spam is replaced by 1. From now on, the main method of building our model is going to start. Now we will split our dataset into a two half, train dataset and test dataset. Train dataset is useful for training our model, and for testing purpose we will use a test dataset. So train dataset will be completely new for our model which we will going to build, and it will help in predicting the accuracy of our model. So for training and testing split we will going to use train test split from sklearn. We are going to test two columns which is email and labels, and here is the main point. Generally when we split the dataset we are going to use 0.2%, means 20% of dataset for test purpose, and remaining 80% of dataset out of the 100% will use for the training purpose. And random state equals to 42. will control the randomness during splitting. So now we are going to apply the vectorization method our train and test dataset. Here we are going to use a TF-IDF vectorizer. TF-IDF stands for term frequency inverse document frequency. This is a method which is used to convert our text data into a numbers or vectors. For that we will write vectorizer equals to TF-IDF vectorizer in bracket stop word equals to English. Stop word is a word that we generally use in a English language, which is his, the, a, I, you is generally a stop word. This word didn't hold any meaning. So keeping them in a vector is not a good practice. For that we are going to remove this stop word. And now we are going to vectorize our whole extend dataset and X-test dataset. Now we are going to train our model using a train dataset. Here we are using a nav bias algorithm. This nav bias algorithm will generally works good for spam detection. Speaking about the advantages of this nav bias algorithm is that it is fast, it's work good with spare data and required a less memory and surprisingly give a great accuracy, and it is a standard approach that are used in the industry. So for that reason we are going to use a nav bias algorithm. Let's execute this cell. Here's our model is done. Let's predict its accuracy using a test dataset. For that we will write yPredict equals to model.predict xstate vectorized. So here we are going to print two things, that is accuracy and classification report. So accuracy score will be based upon ytest and yPredict, and same go with the classification report. Here you can see that we got a 1.0 accuracy, which means that we got 100% accuracy, which is quite great. Let's check is our model is correct or not. For that we are going to use one example. So we will pass one email text to our model and predict is it spam or not spam. We will write congratulations, you won a free ticket for movie. After writing the example, we will convert it into a text form, and then after we are going to print the prediction. For that the prediction is 1, then we are going to print it as a spam, and else it is not 1, then we will print not spam. After executing this cell we will get example is spam, so we will write the another example to check if it's spam or not. Here we are going to write limited offer, buy now get 50% discount. It's a spam email, so here we got a spam. Let's check for another one. Now we will write your meeting is scheduled at 3 p.m. It is a not spam email, so after executing this say here you got not spam. It means our model is working really good. So yeah, that's it for today's video. If you want a code, I have provided one GitHub link in our description box, so refer it. And if you have any doubts regarding this lecture, then drop down the comment in a comment box, and I will try to explain everything there, and I will try to solve your queries. If you like the video, then don't forget to hit a subscribe button. So yeah, that's it for today. Let's meet with the another video on another project. Till then, hit a notification button so that you can get a notification.